Mere moments away from the start of this one here in Westchester Township. The second of a twin bill here at Lakota West High School. Let's give you the starters here in this one. Let's give you the 13th seed first. Loveland, the Tigers at 16-7, 10-6 in the ECC. Their head coach is Rob Reese, 77 and 83 in his 7th year over at Loveland. Three-guard look, number 3, Jack Sauer is 6'2", a sophomore. He averages 11.7 points a ball game. He'll run with 15. Alex Muir at 6'1", a senior, 5.3 points a ball game. 33 is Ben Curlin, 6 foot tall, a junior, averaging 4.5 points a ball game. Up front, it's number 23, their leading scorer, Braden Frisch at 6'5". He's a junior, 12.2 points a ball game. And to round out the starting 5, 24 is Dylan Schwinn, 6'4", a junior, 5.9 points a ball game, as we're seeing Jack Sauer being introduced right now out onto the court. Tigers in the home whites, if you will, because they are the higher seed. They will wear the white uniforms with the orange numerals and the black trim. On the other side, from Middletown, 10-13, they are the 17th seed. Kelvin Moss in his first year with this program. He, after spending 2 years at Fenwick, 27 and 19 there. Four-guard look. One is Tywan Hall, 6'2", a senior, averaging a team best 14 points a contest. They'll run with 10. Malachi Parker, 6 foot tall, a senior, 9.5 points a ball game. 11 is Braylon Bailey, 5'10", a junior, 4.9 points a ball game. And 23 is Isaiah Day, 6 foot tall, a junior, 12.2 points a ball game. The 1-2 punch will be Hall and Isaiah Day as far as tonight is concerned. The pivot tonight is 33, Kellen Davis at 6'4", a junior. He's averaging 2.5 points a ball game. The Middies in the visiting purple tonight with the white numerals and trim. As we're getting a look at the teams getting out onto the floor. Again, the back end of this sectional semifinal. The winner of this one will take on Sycamore over the weekend. That will be on Friday night, actually, at 7 o'clock, and that'll be right here over at Lakota West High School. Loveland will go left to right. As you see them on your screen, they'll attack the north bucket. And it is Frisch and Kellen Davis to jump center. Actually, it'll be Isaiah Day and not Davis. Tap is controlled by Loveland, and away we go here in Beckett Ridge. We start off in man-to-man defense, and the ball's in the hands of Schwinn. Schwinn up high on the right point, plays back, Frisch gets a touch. Looks to the left, now looks underneath, goes inside, 2-0 on a Sauer bucket in the paint. As we had mentioned, Sauer averaging 11.5 points a ball game, and a good start for Loveland here in Beckett Ridge tonight. Here comes Middletown, Malachi Parker up top. And again, man defense, we're seeing it from Loveland. Here's a 3 on the way, no good for Tywan Hall. Here's a putback, and we're tied. So Davis ties us up, our first tie of the ball game, knotted up at 2. Averaging 2.5 a ball game, Kellen Davis, team's quarterback for the football team. They play it inside to Frisch, back outside. It goes to Dylan Schwinn, dribble drive, stuck on the elbow, out to Frisch. Frisch fronted by Kellen Davis, outside. 3 is short, and back the other way, here come the Middies on the Sauer miss. Just a minute gone by here in this one. Knotted up at 2, they play inside. It's Davis with a second bucket tonight. And the first lead of the ball game for the Middies, our first lead change. And it comes with a minute and a half gone by here in this ball game. They keep the ball around the perimeter. Frisch thinking about 3, back outside to Schwinn. Schwinn drives to the baseline. He throws it up. No good with the right-hand shot off the glass. Davis the rebound. Here come the Middies up by a deuce. Skip pass on over to Bailey, returns it upside. Here's a 3 on the way! Malachi Parker logs on, 7-2. So a 7-0 run to get things started here. 3 to answer back, no good for Sauer. The putback is no good, and we've got a foul underneath. as Braden Frisch was trying to make a move downstairs, down by the bucket. Fouls on the big guy, Kellen Davis. That's his first of teams first. Well, they put up 13 up on the board. That should be 33. First free throw is good, and that breaks a 7-0 run. So Frisch at the line at 6'5". He's a 69% shooter at the line. He makes them both to make it 7-4. 2 minutes gone by here in this one, here in Beckett Ridge tonight. 2-3 look here for Loveland on defense, and they now move back to a man. It's Parker with the ball between the circles, looks inside, high-low, and a finish by Tywan Hall! So Tywan gets the bucket. And a foul on there. It's on Schwinn. Dylan picks up his first, and team fouls are even at 1. So it is a bonus look for Tywan Hall. Team's leading scorer this year at 14 a ball game. The bonus is good. 65% shooter at the line this year, 10-4 Middletown. And Middletown showing token pressure. A nice give and go. Sauer has the ball. 3 from the corner! Ben Curlin logs on for his first bucket. 3 back the other way. The answer back is no good for Braylon Bailey. Steal and a finish by Hall. So Tywan has 5 quick, and it's 12-7. A frenetic pace to start things off here in the opening minutes here in Beckett Ridge. It's Sauer with the ball. They play it back outside. Schwinn dumps it off Sauer, and the ball tapped out by Middletown. Isaiah Day tried to steal it away, low right, but couldn't get a hold of it, and we'll see a substitution as Jaden Bennett comes in for Middletown. He'll take the place of Braylon Bailey. Bennett is 6'2", a senior, averaging 9.5 points a ball game. That's a nice bit of offensive punch to come off the bench, and the bucket goes to Dylan Schwinn. Schwinn makes it a 3-point ball game at 12-9. Middletown plays around the arc. High screen. Bailey pumps 10 feet away. Beg your pardon, it's Parker. Malachi Parker with his first deuce. He's got 5 in the book, 14-9, and again, that man pressure. Schwinn on the dribble drive. He throws up the runner, and good. Dylan Schwinn's got 4, and it's 14-11, so both teams trading buckets after the last 7-0 run by Middletown. Ball's loose, and Loveland recovers. And they want to come up front on a 2-on-1. Bounce pass, and intended for Alex Muir, and it is thrown away. Alex is into this ball game at 6'1", a senior. Isaiah Day will give way to Malachi Parker. 3-point contest with 3:39 to go here in this first period. A fun one so far here in Beckett Ridge. Here's a 3, right of the key, no good for Bennett. So he misfires on his first shot, and Loveland can tie it up with a made 3. Frisch, outside, Schwinn taken away. Here's Tywan Hall ahead of the pack to the rim, no good. The rebound to Corey White. Beg your pardon, for 15, Alex Muir. They play to the wing, Curlin got a touch, and they come back to the other side. Here's Frisch, left of the lane, stuck, skip pass back out to Sauer. Dumps it down low. Nice little reverse pass by Schwinn, and it's tapped out and nearly taken away by Middletown. And here we go. An easy deuce for Parker. And a timeout. Charge to Loveland with 2:46 left to play here in this opening period, 16-11. So Parker's in the book with 7 points here at the timeout. And after the initial 2-0 score by Loveland, it was a 7-0 run by Middletown. And then they've been trading baskets back and forth here to this point of this first period. I'm Geoff Kim. Thanks for joining us here on Chatterbox Plus. The last time these two schools met, you have to go back more than 17 years. It was in Loveland on January 11th, 2005, as the Tigers beat the Middies that night, 83-70. So out of the timeout, we might have a little bit of a substitution infraction, as we saw Michael Maldonado come off the bench to come out. He has been taken back, and Malachi Parker's back into the ball game for Middletown. We mentioned Kelvin Moss, who's the head coach. First year, he took over for Darnell Hoskins, who was with the program for 6 years. But the difference is Moss is a Middletown grad. He has history with the girls program before he moved on over to Fenwick, and then now he's come back to the boys. Out of the timeout, and a bump. So Curlin was making his move. Isaiah Day will pick up the personal. Ball will come in, side out of bounds, right in front of us, right in front of the scorer's table. Then Curlin will trigger. 6-foot-tall guard. He plays to Jack Sauer, and taken away. Here's Hall, and I think he stepped out of bounds. He did not, and now we've got a stoppage in play. I think he did step out on the sideline. So he tried to go showtime off the baseline as a finishing kick, nothing doing there, and we head the other way with 2:36 to play here in the opening quarter. And now we see Michael Maldonado wearing number 9. He's right at center court, 5'9", just a freshman, making his 22nd appearance of the year, averaging just about 2 points a contest. By the way, Hall is kind of a Mr. Everything for this team. Team leader in points, rebounds, and steals. I think he's second in assists on the team. And they play it in to Brandon Frisch. Loveland's leading scorer. He plays back to Sauer, and then up to the front court they go. It's Curlin looking inside. Frisch low left. Skip outside. No shot taken by Caffey. Ryan Caffey's into this ball game and returns it up high. 2:18 to play here in this opening quarter. 16-11 in favor of Loveland. They play inside. Sauer in the lane. Nice turnaround. Jack's got 4. And as we come up on the 2-minute mark here, it's a 3-point ball game at 16-13. Here's Jaden Bennett, shut off by Sauer, and they'll have to reset up high. Tywan Hall plays back to Bennett, puts it on the deck. Here's Day, a long 3, he knocks it down. So Day logs on for the first time tonight, 19-13, he doubles the lead. A near steal, and now we've got a hold. They're gonna get Jaden Bennett on the ball handler, Ryan Caffey. Well, they're gonna actually give it to Hall, who came over on the help defense. And they're gonna take Hall out of the ballgame. Meanwhile, coming out is Dylan Schwinn for Loveland. So fresh legs for both teams coming on in. It's Sauer with the ball top of the key. Returns at Curlin, coming around left to right, across the post, and will give it out to the sideline, and some contact charge. So great defense down on the low right. And the foul's on 33, Ben Curlin, his first. So a player control foul, no free throws here, and we'll see if Middletown can up their 6-point lead. 1:18 to play here in this opening quarter, 19-13 Middies. They've won 3 in a row after losing 8 in a row, so they're peaking at the right time after finding the offensive yips back in February. Bennett, a long 3, high off the window, no good. And it's loose, and we've got a tie-up down low as Nick Goldie got tied up, it looks like, with Michael Maldonado. You're talking about a small guy in Maldonado at 5'9". Nick Goldie, who's in the ballgame for Loveland, at 6'2", a sophomore. It'll belong to Middletown. They'll stay up front, and they'll play. Day on the catch and release for three. Back iron, no good. Tapped out, and Loveland comes away with it. It's Muir up front. Oh, a nice high-low feed, and Ryan Cathy gets two of his own. Cathy's in the books, 19-15, under a minute to play, as Bennett has it, stuck, baseline thrown away. Will they stay up front with 41.1 to go? We're obscured on the low right. No, there's a foul, and that's the reason why. Contact down on the block. I believe that's on Cathy as he comes out. Middletown stays up front. And it comes up high to Kellen Davis, who's back in the ball game. He fills the post, but they stay away from him. And Malachi Parker may be playing for a final shot of this quarter, up by 4. And that's what it looks like. Everybody's backed off away towards the post. 20 seconds to play. So we'll see when he goes after it. The head coach, Kelvin Moss, is calling for him to go with 12 seconds. Now down to 8. Day back outside. 3 from the wing, no good for Bailey. Here comes Loveland. They'll try to get a final shot. Here's a shot for Cathy. Back iron, no good. And we're done with the first. Entertaining through the first quarter, 19-15 here on Chatterbox Plus. Second quarter we go here in Beckett Ridge, 19-15, the Middies by 4 over Loveland so far. I'm Geoff Kim. Thanks for joining us here on Chatterbox Plus tonight. Our march to Dayton, our videographer tonight is Cam Kalick. So it was a 7-0 run early in this first period that has put Middletown ahead so far in this game. We've only had one lead change, and after it came with that 7-0 run, that's when Middletown has been able to assert itself and hold the lead. So into the second quarter we go. Sauer has it at the free throw line now. Back on over for Schwinn. They play it around the arc. Cathy has it looking inside, puts it on the deck against Kellen Davis. It's Sauer top of the key. Schwinn gets a touch. Muir, and they return it, reversing it. And we're talking about a lot of passing here. Here's a 3, right of the key, no good for Curlin. But Loveland tracks it down. Here's a shot low right, rejected off the glass. And here comes Middletown, up by 4. Maldonado will wait for the rest of his troops. Kelvin Moss exhorting his offense. It's Bennett looking inside, and he throws it away. Braylon Bailey was not ready for it, and it's an unforced turnover. A minute deep here into the second period. 19-15 here in this one. Winner of this one will take on Sycamore. Sycamore, 66-55 winners tonight over Anderson. So it's a 2 seed defeating the 19. The Sutherlands looked good in that one. So did Charlie Hall, who had 13. Meanwhile, Loveland plays it around the arc, and now they look to dump it down low and put it in the hands of Muir. Skip pass back outside. Catch release 3, no good for Sauer. A lot of one-and-dones for Loveland right now. Day fills the lane, wrap-around pass. Here's a shot. Bailey puts it up, no good. Tapped out, we head the other way. 19-15 your score. As we see the reemergence of Braden Frisch at 6'5", the junior. He'll take the place of Ryan Cathy in the Loveland lineup. We mentioned he is the leading scorer at 12.2 a ball game. This team doesn't score a whole lot. 49.7 a ball game, but they win those games. In fact, during the year, when it's scoring under 50, 5-6. Not great, but certainly not bad. Here's a miss, the putback by Muir. So Alex is in the book for the first time tonight, and that's our first score here in the second quarter. 2 minutes gone by here in the second, 19-17. It's Jaden Bennett. Senior looking inside. This almost looks like 5 out. Now they fill it for Day to the rack. He goes. Isaiah gets a deuce. He got 5 in the book, 21-17. It's Muir with it. They look inside. Big man has it stripped away. Muir tries to save it low left, and it's picked away by Middletown. Tywan Hall's back into the contest. He has the ball. High-low. Now 3 from the corner! Braylon Bailey knocks it down, 24-17. Bailey's first score of the night. And another near turnover, but saved by Loveland this time. Skip pass, almost too tall for Schwinn. Back out for Curlin, top of the key. And now we got some contact up high on the left. It's on Isaiah Day. A little hand check on the ball handler, and Isaiah picks up his second. Alex Muir comes out. The trigger man is Ben Curlin for Loveland, and he'll send it into the backcourt. Schwinn gives back Curlin. Loveland looking from the outside in, and I know that's logical. Here's a 3 right of the key, too long for Frisch. Not his shot. He's a 27% shooter from behind the three-point line, but he'll take the most threes for his team. Here's a long 2. Jaden Bennett gets his first bucket of the night, 26-17. This is the biggest lead of the ball game for the Middies at 9. Step around Curlin, low left, stuck down there by Hall. 3 on the way! So as soon as we mentioned that Frisch doesn't score a lot from outside the arc, he scores there, and now we've got a foul underneath. Then Curlin comes out, and Alex Muir comes back in his place. So it looks like Rob Reese is freely substituting here, just trying to keep some fresh legs out there here in these hard minutes in the second. 6-point lead. It's Hall up high on the left. He had an outstanding game against St. X last week. Drive Parker. He throws one up 15 feet away. Not an easy shot, but he's got 9 in the book, 28-20. Rich outside. Caffey. Now they go back over for Schwinn. Schwinn and charge. So even on the miss, it didn't matter. He's guilty of the charge. Schwinn picks up his second on the player control foul. And we see Nick Goldie back into the ball game as Schwinn saddled with 2 will come out. Eight-point contest here in Beckett Ridge tonight with 3:37 to go till halftime, 28-20. And we'll see if the Middies slow it down a little bit, see if they can use the clock to their advantage. Loveland showed a 2-3 initially, and now they play a man. Davis screening for the ball handler to the rack, no good for Malachi Parker. The rebound to Frisch. They play up, Muir on the dribble. Coming up the sideline, lost it. Nearly saved out of bounds. Looked like it was tapped out by Bailey. Right in front of the head coach, Kelvin Moss. But we've got a foul instead. So some contact there by Bailey. So he got the ball away, and part of it was due to the contact. Bailey comes out, and Maldonado will take his place in the Middie lineup. Winner of this one will take on Sycamore on Friday night. Middletown looking to make it an all GMC sectional final. Goldie up top. It's Muir. Into the lane, the runner, left-hand shot, no good. Kellen Davis, the quarterback on the football team, with a rebound. It's Hall with the ball, lost it, got it back, baseline right, now drives. To the rack, he goes, no good. Tapped around, and here comes Loveland. Saved by Sauer, quickly up front to Fritsch. Skip pass back outside Muir, feeds it down low to Goldie, no good, and we've got a foul this time. So the last time down, it was a charge. This time it's a foul, a blocking call down low on Bennett. So we've got free throws coming. 16 fouls, by the way, on Middletown. 5 for Loveland. The first one for Nick Goldie is good. Averaging 1.5 a ball game. He's in the book right now. 70% shooter at the line. Both teams shooting the ball at the free throw line. It's pretty much part and parcel of what you expect in high school basketball these days. As Goldie lets fly in the second and no good. The rebound, the putback! Jack Sauer with 2 of his own. Jack's got 6, 28-23. 2:24 to go here till halftime. We had mentioned free throw percentages. Loveland at 62.5% this year. Middletown at 63.5%. So Kelvin Moss, we heard him call for timeout about 2 seconds ago. I know he's got a loud voice, but the din in the gym is a little bit tough. So 2:12 left to play here till halftime, 28-23. As I think Kelvin's just trying to weather the storm. His team did have a 9-point lead at 26-17 on the last timeout. And since then, it's been a little micro run, a 6-2 run here by Loveland. So timeout as we look towards halftime. Looking around the other sectionals here, playing on Monday night, Elder beat Oak Hills. It was 1 over the 23 in the Cincinnati 3 sectional, 53-34. They'll take on Turpin this weekend. Turpin won a nail-biter, the 9th seed over the 14th seed Mason, 51-49. Caught the last bit of that game. Mason had a furious comeback down the stretch, but they came up just a bit short. In the Dayton 2 sectional, and games that were played last night, it was the 5 over the 6. Northmont over, beg your pardon, it was the 6 over the 5. Franklin over Northmont, 57-48. And they'll play on Friday against Wayne. Wayne won 71-60, the 3 seed over the 10 seed Springfield. A lot of action around Southwest Ohio tonight. We're seeing most of our sectional play tonight, and we have some action tomorrow. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that as we re-enter, and Malachi Parker has the ball. 2:06 left to play here in this first half, 28-23. It's Maldonado returning it up high, Parker, and now to Davis. Davis looking inside, returns it upside, and they now reverse. Here's a 3 from Hall. He left it off the front end, and the rebound tapped out to Curlin. Was it Curlin or Cathy? Still, Cathy has the ball now. And they reverse it on the other end. So Loveland has had a hard time getting inside unless they look for the shot fake. Here's 3 from the wing, knock it down! Jack Sauer from long range, his first trifecta of the night. He has 9, it's a 2-point contest. Malachi Parker running point. Kelvin Moss on his feet, giving him instruction. Tywan Hall returns it, now sets a screen, gives back. Here's Hall from the pass from Bailey. Skip pass, it goes over for Malachi Parker. Parker dribble drive. High low for Hall! Taiwan's got 7, 30-26. So Middletown momentarily stemming the tide with 49 seconds left to go here in this first half. Rich puts it on the deck. Sauer got a touch, and they reverse it back. Cathy a touch, top of the key. Goldie back to Fritsch. 24 seconds to play. They double team the post. High-low, and it's picked away. Here comes Middletown. They play up high for Hall. Thank you very much! Wow! The 8 route down the middle, and we've got a foul. It might be a technical. But mercy, what a finish at the hoop. So we have a technical, it's on Hall. So that's Tywan's second. I gotta tell you, I know the technical hurts a little bit because you get an opportunity if you're Loveland, but my goodness, what a finish. 13.1 seconds left to play. We got a 6-point lead. I'm not sure, as we kind of take a look at finishing that play, as it'll be Jack Sauer to the line, taking the free throws. He's an 81.5% shooter at the line, 44 of 54 he'll make on the first. I don't know if there was a little lip from Hall or if it was a little hanging on the rim. It didn't look like he was on the rim very long. But nonetheless, we got a technical as Ben Curlin waits to check into this ball game for Loveland. So Curlin comes in for Nick Goldie. And we await the second free throw from Jack Sauer tonight. Again, we had said he's a good one, but he misfires on the second. So it's hard for me to say that the technical was deserved or not. We just know that it happened, and so far it's another point for Loveland, and now they get the ball here with 13.1 to go, and now we've got to stop. We got a substitution. Vinny McCord at 5'9" checks in, the senior, averaging about 1.5 points a ball game. And we'll see if Loveland opts to take a final shot. Near steal, up ahead. Here's McCord to the rack, he goes, he misses. Here's the foot back and in for Bailey. And time has run out here in this first half. A beauty of a way to finish up from Middletown as we go to the locker room. 34-27. We're at the halftime break. When we return, we'll start the second half for you. Here is our march to Dayton here on Chatterbox Plus. We're at the half. 34-27, the Middies leading the Tigers of Loveland here in this one, our nightcap of our twin bill here in the Lakota West Sectional. I'm Geoff Kim. Thanks for joining us here on Chatterbox Plus. Our march to Dayton, Cam Kalick is our videographer tonight. In the first game of our double dip tonight, you heard Nathaniel Hipsley call that one. 66-55 winners as Sycamore, the 2 seed, beat the 19 seed Anderson. And a really outstanding effort in the second quarter by Sycamore as they outscored Anderson in that period 22-3. Charlie Hall led Sycamore with 15 points. They'll be in the Friday night final, and Middletown's trying to meet them there, trying to make it an all-GMC sectional final on Friday night. They have the lead right now by 7. Some halftime numbers. Loveland in the first shot 10 for 20 from the floor, 3 of 8 from behind the three-point line, and 4 of 6 at the charity stripe. They had 7 assists to 10 turnovers. And by the way, 10 of 20 is really good. That's 50%. When you consider that they've actually shot well from the behind the three-point line, it's helped open up a little bit of the inside game. 7 of 12 from 2, and that's about 58.5%. On the other side, an outstanding first half by Middletown. 15 of 26 from the floor for 57.7%. 12 of 16 from inside the three-point line at 75%. 3 of 10 from behind the arc at 30%. And they hit on their only free throw. Assisted turnovers, this is where they've been particularly outstanding. 8 assists to 2 turnovers. Malachi Parker has 3 assists in that one. Leading scorer in this ballgame, Jack Sauer has 10. And Middletown will get the ball first here to start the second half, and away we go here in Beckett Ridge as they go left to right, attack the north end bucket. Here's Kellen Davis in the paint, who had 4 quick points in that 7-0 spurt in the first quarter. He misfires. 3 straight on, no good for Parker. Here's Loveland on their first crack of the second half. Here's Sauer, the contact and one! So he drew the contact low right, he got the bucket, the foul. Foul is coming, and he'll go to the line here for an old-fashioned three-point try. Fouls on Isaiah Day, and he's got 3 in the book. And Sauer completes the old-fashioned three-point try. So 13 in the book for Jack Sauer, the game's leading scorer in this one. It's back to a 4-point contest at 34-30. So a little bit of double damage. You get the score on the one and on the foul, and Isaiah Day, who can light him up, he picks up his 3rd. He'll have to sit. Davis feeds inside. Oh, nice step around. No finish, though, for Jaden Bennett. So Jaden went underneath the hoop, tried to go underneath, but can't get it to fall. Loveland reversing the ball to the left. Contact down low. So Braylon Bailey picks up the personal, and I think he bailed out Alex Muir. So Bailey picks up the second, and that's too quick on Middletown here in the 3rd. Not even a minute deep here into this second half. The throw in goes to Schwinn. They dump it down low. Fritsch, low left, goes glass and scores. So Braden makes it a 2-point ball game. Here's Parker, straight on, 15-footer, no good. And made 2, can tie it up, and a 3 can give Loveland the lead. Here's a 3 for Fritsch. He misses everything. The rebound to Tywan Hall. He'll play it quickly up front. Here's Parker, down to the corner. 3 on the way, no good, a little too short for Bailey. So 1 and done on this possession. They play down to the wing, Dylan Schwinn. They clear out for him, and now here's a 3 on the way, in and out for Sauer. Everything but the hoop. And it's still a Middletown lead. High-low intended for Hall, picked off. Curlin picks it away for Loveland, and now they have an opportunity to tie or take the lead with a 3 once more. 2 minutes gone by in the second half, 34-32. Drive by Sauer, short corner, he missed it. Bennett the rebound, quickly up ahead. Hall, stop and go, up high, left pocket. Now he penetrates to the rack, no good off the window. He drew the foul with 5:48 left to go here in the 3rd. So Schwinn picks up the personal. That's his 3rd. It's the first team foul of this half for Loveland. And Hall to the line, where he's a 65.5% shooter at the stripe this year, and he got the shooter's roll. I mean, that thing hung on the rim forever. Right now, free throws aren't the factor in this game. They were the factor in the last game between Sycamore and Anderson. Anderson got 2 shots at the line, made them both, as Hall gets a second and good. Sycamore won at the free throw line. They were 18 for 24 for 75%. Drive Muir, nearly walked, skip pass, 3 on the way, no good for Ryan Cathey. 4-point ball game, Middletown with the lead in the ball. Hall puts it on the deck, penetrates to the rack, he goes, no good. Tapped out. Davis saves it. Bennett now back out to Parker. Parker fills the lane, goes to the rack, no good. The rebound down to Muir. Right now there's a lid on the Middletown bucket. 3, Curlin, no good. And the ball lost out of bounds, and we had the other way as Jaden Bennett got tripped up. I don't know if there was condensation on the floor or if he just lost his feet, In any case, it'll be side out of bounds. The trigger will come in for Loveland right in front of their own bench. 5:03 to play here in this third, 36-32 Middies. Winner of this one will take on Sycamore on Friday night. Got a protracted delay before we enter in the ball and catch our breath a little bit. We've had some up and down here by both teams. Missed shots punctuate that. Here's a throw in from Curlin. Now a three. Too short for Jack Sauer left of the key. Here's Hall, and he is tapped on his way to the hoop. So he's right now a bull in the china shop. They can't stop him from penetrating. And Tywan's really doing a great job of creating, and Kathy will pick up the personal. So Kathy picks up, well, they're going to put 3 up on the board for Kathy. We had him down initially for 2. He'll throw in. Here's a steal for Loveland. Down by 4. Curlin driving to the rack, no good, and we've got a foul. Down on the low right, a little block charge differential. It's going to be a foul, a blocking call on Middletown. Fouls on Hall, and he picks up his 3rd. And we'll see if Hall comes out, Saddle with 3. First free throw is up and good for Curlin. Nick Goldie comes in. And Braylon Bailey will come out and give way to Michael Maldonado. Curlin's a 44% shooter at the line this year. Back iron, no good, and it's a Middletown rebound to Tywan Hall. We mentioned how good of a game he had in the last game against St. X. 27 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals in 31 minutes, and they need every single one of those to beat St. X by 2. High-low, and it's Bennett, no good, low right. He gets it back. He's stuck on a double team. Now he kicks it out, and they'll reset. Davis low left, back out to McCord, who's also in the ball game. Gotta love the red locks on the top of his head. Maldonado gets a touch. Tywan, who just had a birthday a week ago, got a touch, and they play it down low. Bennett, and now a foul, a holding call down low. Fouls on Nick Goldie, that's his first. With 3:58 left to go here in this third, a 3-point ball game. So what was once a 9-point ball game, back in the second, has now been reduced to 3. And the throw in comes to Malachi Parker up high on the right point. McCord, a dribble, he plays Maldonado, who gives it right back to Vinny. Davis gets a touch. They look inside. 5 out. That's what we're seeing right now here for Middletown. They're not filling the lanes or anything. We'll see if they collapse here as they now put Bennett down on the block. Now they go down low. Davis low left, puts it up and scores. So they did a good job on that offensive set, going 5 out and now putting a guy inside, and it ended up being Davis low left, and he scores, and it's a 5-point contest. It's Frisch, skip pass to nobody. A rainbow pass that goes right to his bench, and with 3:09 to play, we've got a timeout charged to Loveland. Glad to bring you this one here from Westchester Township here in Beckett Ridge. It's the Lakota West Sectional here on Chatterbox Plus. Our march to Dayton, as it were. The winner of this one will meet Sycamore on Friday night to win the sectional. To reset on this game, team fouls are even at 3. It's a 5-point lead for Middletown. They've held the lead since very early in this ball game. In fact, Loveland got the first deuce of the ball game very early on. And then from there was a 7-point run for Middletown. That has punctuated this ball game. So we've only had one tie and one lead change here in this contest. So since the game's first minute, it's been a Middletown ball game. Maldonado has it, looks inside. And now they look to play inside a little bit more. They may allow Kellen Davis to fill low right. They disdain. Bennett puts it on the deck. Parker. Here's McCord. Wraparound pass to Bennett. Lost the handle around Frisch and now gets it back. Now fills the lane to the rack. He goes no good. Frisch the rebound. They play it quickly up front. Curlin to the rack, and before the shot, we've got a foul. So a charge officially on Goldie. That's his second. He wasn't the ball handler, but you know, you lean into somebody, and that's what happens sometimes. So it's technically an offensive foul, as he was probably looking to set a pick down low. Paying attention to the ball handler on that one and not on Goldie. And with 2:21 left to go, it's a 5-point lead in the ball for the Middies. They play Bennett low right. Puts it up low right. No good. Drew the foul. It's on Schwinn. So on Dylan Schwinn, who picks up his fourth, and he's going to have to come out with 2:07 left to go here in this third. Bennett is a 57.5% shooter at the stripe this year. He knocks home on the first. Had a couple points back in the second quarter. Schwinn comes out, gives way to Ryan Caffey. Bennett looking to extend the 6-point lead, and he does. 4 in the book for Bennett, 40-33. It's Muir looking. Frisch, side pocket right, stuck by Davis. Ball's lost. Taken away. We've got a foul on the near recovery. So it's a Middletown possession. Fouls on 3, Jack Sauer. That's his first. And fouls are starting to pile up here in the second half. 16 fouls now for Loveland. Malachi Parker will handle. And they've really stayed with this lineup here in the last few minutes. Davis playing the post, and they play 4 out. And now Bennett to the hole before the shot. Foul, and they'll go for a 1-and-1 foul coming before the shot attempt. So it's on 13, Ryan Caffey. That's his fourth, I believe. So big-time foul trouble now for Loveland. Caffey has 4, Dylan Schwinn has 4. And that's 17 fouls, as we mentioned. And we see Cole Kerrigan for the first time tonight, wearing number 4 for Loveland, 6'3", a junior, averaging 1.5 points a ball game as Caffey comes out. This may end up being a game of attrition, the way fouls have been leveraged. No good on the front end of one in the bonus. The newcomer, Kerrigan, has it. Stuck on the sideline. Now it's Curlin, puts it on the deck. Back to Kerrigan. He gives it up. He gets it back. 1:10 to go here in the third. 40-33. Curlin stuck low left and now back outside. Frisch into the lane. A hard shot. No good. Kellen Davis the rebound from Middletown. Up ahead. Here's Parker on the high dribble. He'll wait for Davis to fill the post. And they might have found something with Davis to fill the lane. Back outside McCord. Back to Davis, low left. Nice turnaround. And 1! Davis will go to the line. It's a 9-point Middletown lead. Fouls on Alex Muir, his first. Kellen, a football player. He goes to the line. Bonus, no good. We're thinking about him and his family. His dad, Kellen Sr., has been in need of a kidney transplant. Steal! Here's Maldonado, low left. Creates to the rack. He goes! Michael's in the book, and it's a double-digit lead, 44-33. Shot for Sauer too hard, and Middletown wants to run. Parker lost the ball. It's tapped away from him. Right now, Middletown's smelling blood in the water. So tapped out by Curlin, and Middletown will stay up front with 18 seconds left to go, and we'll see if they play for a final shot of the quarter. Maldonado up high, Vinnie McCord, and we'll see when they get started here. 10 seconds to go. 7 seconds to go. Now they'll go. High screen, Davis sets it for Parker. He goes to the rack, through the foul with 3.4 to go. Fouls on 33, Ben Curlin his second. And again, fouls are starting to rack up. That's 9 team fouls on Loveland. Parker to the stripe, no good. Malachi's a 61% shooter at the stripe this year. He came into this one 31 of 51, averaging just about 9.5 points a ball game. Senior guard throws it up, no good. Back iron rebound, Sauer. Lost it, got it back. He placed it near, throws it up after the buzzer, and that's the way this third period ends. We head to the fourth, and Middletown has opened up a double-digit lead at 44-33 here on Chatterbox Plus. To the fourth we go, 44-33. The Middletown Middies have held the lead since the early minutes. In fact, the first minute of this ball game. And they have held fast with the lead, expanding it to an 11-point contest. I'm Geoff Kim. Thanks for joining us here on Chatterbox Plus. Cam Kalick is our videographer tonight. Glad to have you along for the back end of 2 here in the Lakota West Sectional in the semifinals. Winner of this one will take on Sycamore, who won the first one 66-55 over Anderson. Cole Carrigan got a touch, and they play it around. Curlin now back over for Jack Sauer. Sauer gives it up, gets it back from Frisch. Back to Curlin. Shut off, low left, now back outside. 3 straight on is no good for Jack Sauer. So 1 undone in this possession. They play up to Maldonado, who took it away from McCord. So McCord will run traffic up high. We see Tywan Hall back into this ball game wearing number 1. He's out on that high elbow. They play inside. Low right, Isaiah Day for 2 of his own. Isaiah back in the ball game since the early minute of this second half. He's got 7, and he makes it 46-33. So Middletown got it back. Nice touch pass. Hall from the corner. 3 on the way, no good. Day the rebound, but before that can happen, we got a foul. Fouls on Day, a little push, and Isaiah picks up his 4th. And we'll see if he comes back out. Kerrigan comes out. Dylan Schwinn saddled with 4, comes back in. And then now Day saddled with 4 comes out. And we see Kellen Davis at center court coming back in and taking his place. 13-point contest, and now token pressure in the backcourt. Quickly broken. Sauer plays it up front. Sauer, and now we've got traveling. So the frenetic pace really didn't do Loveland any favors, and now it's an unforced turnover. Middletown with a 13-point lead in the ball. We are thinking about Tywan Hall. Now, he did have a birthday last week, and that is a positive. Now, we are thinking about him because he lost his mom, Tawanya Jewett back on December the 18th. She was just 47 years old, so it's been a heavy heart for him and his brother Brendan, who's an older brother who also was over at Middletown. Here's Bennett to the rack. He goes! Jaden has 6, 15-point lead. They played down to the corner. Sauer returns it up high. Curlin will trigger 3 straight on. Back iron, no good. And Loveland will retain possession. Back to Curlin. Skips it to the near side. Frisch puts it on the deck. Across the lane. Now puts it up. No good. Drew the foul with 5:42 left to go in this contest. Fouls on 3. Michael Maldonado. That's his first, and just the 15th foul of the second half for Middletown. Wanted to finish the thought on Tywan. So he lost his mom back in December. His 5th grade coach, his 5th grade teacher, Marnie Cash, had set up a GoFundMe for the two brothers Hall. And you can find that again on GoFundMe, and it's just to make sure that the young men are able to keep going, absent their mom. No good on both. Rebound, put up, and in. The bank is open for Alex Muir and a timeout charged to Loveland. So the timeout after the made bucket, it's a Trace Fowler special or a Sean Van Winkle special, as they somewhat bemoaned those right after a made bucket. They kind of want to see them play defense, but in this case, for Rob Reese, he wanted to set up the defense after the made bucket and not give any room for Middletown to run, as the Middies have the 48-35 lead. Coming up tomorrow, there are 2 games on tap, and we'll have one of them for sure. I can't tell you if we're running the first one or not, but in the Cincinnati 2 sectional, it'll be a 5:30 tip between the 4-seed Fairfield and the 26-seed Withrow. And then in the nightcap, our feature game here on Chatterbox Plus, 7:15 the tip time between the 5-seed Moeller and the 16-seed Hamilton. I'll be lucky enough to have that one for you tomorrow night here on Chatterbox Plus. To set the tone for this sectional, right now Middletown's in the driver's seat up by 13. Should they hold on and win, they'll meet Sycamore in the final of this sectional. That'll be this Friday at 7 o'clock. And the winner of that will take on the Dayton 3 winner over at UC for District Day. Back to action as McCord has it. Some fancy dribbling, and now he plays Bennett, who will give it right back to Vinny. Works on Dylan Schwinn, saddle with 4, out to the corner. It's Hall, dribbles to the lane, kicks it right back on out, and they're going to run some clock. Maldonado out to Hall. Some contact, they'll play on. He gets it back. Stuck right to the lane. 5 minutes to play here in this one. 48-35. It's McCord on the dribble drive to the free throw line. Nice step around, drop off for Davis, and in! Wow, that's a beauty. A no-look pass, and Davis finishes it off. 50-35. Mercy. We're now at the point of the ballgame where things might get a little bit more fancy if Middletown can maintain this lead. They play inside. Fritsch outside. Muir, low left, back inside. And it's to Ben Curlin, low left. Curlin has 6, 50-37. It's McCord once again. Back out to Maldonado. Now Tywan Hall up high. Checked by Ben Curlin. Rolls around him. Drops it off out to the corner, and now they'll reset once more. So Middletown in a really nice position. If they don't have anything that they want, and now we've got to push. It's on Curlin. As Hall was rolling past him, Ben picked up his 3rd. With 3:50 to play here in this ball game. So the philosophy right now for Coach Moss is that if you don't see a shot you like, don't take it. Just take it back outside. You've got the lead. The clock is your friend. So the foul, and now Hall to the line. Again, as we mentioned, just had a birthday a week ago. And he had a heck of a birthday gift, or he gave a heck of a birthday gift with his effort against St. X last Thursday. 51-37 on the first make. Tywan back at the stripe, got them both. 13 in the book for Tywan Hall, 52-37. They go inside, Curlin low right. Then Curlin has made buckets on consecutive possessions, 52-39. They play quickly up front, it's Bennett. High-low, Hall dumps it off for Davis and they'll reset up high. They were trying to get fancy with some showtime moves down on the block, but I don't think Hall had enough steam low right. It's Hall, moves past Curlin, drops it off. Corner three, Maldonado, no good. Curlin the rebound. Sauer plays Ryan Cathy. Saddle with 4 to the free throw line. Shut off and taken away. And now we've got a foul. So Vinnie McCord on the steal. Fouls on 13, Ryan Cathy, and I think he's done. So Cathy has picked up his 5th and final. He'll exit the ballgame with 2 personals. I beg your pardon, with 2 points. 3 minutes to play here in this one. Looking to see who will take his place. Alex Muir will check back in. 52-39. And by the way, Middletown has the benefit of the double bonus here. First free throw is no good for Vinnie McCord, 5'9" senior. And that's his first miss of the year, believe it or not. He had come in 7 for 7 at the line. One of 2. 53-39. Token pressure shown by the Middies. They may trap at half court, but it's quickly broken. Muir plays it back outside. 3 for Curlin. Front lip no good. Davis the rebound. Maldonado. Nice stop and go. Stuck right corner pocket. Back to McCord, who will reset. Check by the much bigger Dylan Schwinn. Wrap around to the free throw line and they'll reset. Keep it outside. Under 2.5 to play here in this one. 53-39. Middletown is smelling it. And a touch foul. As Hall is making his move, and Curlin will get another foul assessed to him. That's his 4th. So right now, that's the advantage or one of the obvious advantages that Middletown has. When Hall has the ball, it's Curlin who has the defensive assignment on him, and Hall simply has just too much speed. And Curlin will press the foul. First one is no good. Hall misfires on the first. The second one is up and good. 1 for 2 this time down. And the lead balloons to 15 once more at 54-39. It's Muir working on Maldonado. Down to the corner. Schwinn on the dribble. Across the lane. Back outside. Curlin. Low right. Stuck out there by Tywan Hall. 3 up top. Straight away! And another timeout as Schwinn connects from up high. Another timeout with 2:04 left to go. It's charged to Loveland, 54-42. The timeout situation, 4 left on the board for Middletown, just 1 on the board left for Loveland. Middies have the benefit of the double bonus, whereas the Middies have only surrendered 5 fouls here in the second half. It's a 12-point advantage. Tywan Hall has done a great job of creating here in this 4th quarter. And we can't help but think about the little showtime, no-look pass that Kellen Davis finished up on, and that has punctuated this second half. The winner of this one will take on Sycamore on Friday night. Sycamore won tonight, the 2 over the 19 Anderson by a score of 66-55. Charlie Hall had 15 to lead Sycamore. The brothers Sutherland, Austin, and Ben had 14 each. Leading scorer in the ball game was for Anderson. Joey Crone had 21 points on 7 of 13 shooting, including 5 of 8 from behind the three-point line as Anderson closes out their season. Middletown got here to this game by defeating St. X, the 17 over the 8, by a score of 86-84 last week. Here's McCord, plays Maldonado, trapped on the sideline. And do we have a foul out on that sideline? It might be a little tap by Sauer, it is. Jack picks up his second with 1:56 to go. And we'll see the return of Dylan Schwinn, saddle with 4. He got saddled with his 4th midway through the 3rd, and it felt like at that time momentum had really shifted, even though Middletown had the lead and has had the lead. Here's the first one by Maldonado, falls in. So Schwinn comes back. Alex Winfield, who had gotten a few minutes out there, that's 6'1", a senior, comes back out. Alex plays second base for the baseball team. So Maldonado gets them both. He's got 4 in the book. Kicked away, and we have the other way. So Winfield will check back in. We're going to get a little offense-defense, I would imagine, on the dead balls. Winfield will play defense, and he's not saddled with any fouls, so that's obviously the play. He's got some good feet on him as well. They play quickly up front. Bennett, low left to the rack, and before he can make his move, he drew the foul with 1:40 to play. Fouls on 15. Corey, beg your pardon, 15 is Alex Muir. That's his second. With 1:40 to play, and we've got free throws once more. Bennett's got 6 points off the bench tonight, averaging about 9.5 a contest. So one of the things that we mentioned was point scoring at the top of our broadcast as Bennett looks towards his first and hits. When scoring 50 or more points this year, Middletown is 9-7. That's somewhat deceptive. The record holds true, but when they score 60 or more, they're 9-2. So in that 50-plus range, between 50 and 59, as Bennett makes them both, you know, they're -5 to what they are when they score 60 or more. So 60 is their magic number. Now they are well in control, up by 16, and this is the biggest lead of this contest. 3 for Schwinn. I think it might have been partially blocked, and it's tapped. It's out of bounds. .126 to go to the conclusion of this one. Middletown looking forward to meeting Sycamore in an all-GMC sectional final. Here's a long 3 for Frisch. No good. Tapped, saved by Day, but saved over for Curlin, who can't get it to drop. Back outside, foul on the shot. Sauer can't connect, and he'll go to the line. So he's bumped on his way up. Fouls on Jaden Bennett, that's his second, with 1:13 left to play here in this ball game. Sauer at one point had been the leading scorer of the ball game. He was the leading scorer at the half with 10 points. He's got, to our count, 13 right now, and he's just got point number 14. So Schwinn comes out, Winfield back in, offense, defense, as we had mentioned before. The next one is up, and a little bit more of a line drive shot to get it through. But Sauer's a good free throw shooter, 81.5% on the season. 58-44. Bennett low left to the rack, fouled by Winfield. Alex will pick up his first with 1:05 left to go in this ball game. So they're going to call it an intentional foul. As apparently Winfield really didn't want to, I don't know if there was intent by Alex to take out Bennett. However, it looked apparently that he didn't try to go for the ball, and I guess that's part of it. So the first one's no good for Bennett. Malachi Parker checks back into the ball game for Middletown. And Tywan Hall somewhat reluctantly comes out of the ball game. Now he's smiling. Okay. Little thank you very much with Kelvin Moss, the head coach. And he gets the glad hand. Bennett makes a second. So 1 of 2. And it's back to a 15-point lead. 9 in the book for Bennett, and now Middletown still has the ball up in the front court. Ball tapped around, taken away. Frisch up front. Sauer now down to the corner. Winfield back outside. Left of the key. Here's Frisch for 3. He knocks it down. Braden Frisch gets his second trifecta of the night. He's got 10 in the book. 59-47 and another timeout. With 46.5 left to go here in this ball game. And that's the last timeout for Loveland here in this ball game. So what do you draw up if you're Rob Reese? Well, I don't know. To some degree, I want to say you thank your players for playing as hard as they have. The defense has actually played well enough in spurts. I think the offense has been, in some measure, about where they normally are. They average just under 50 points a ball game. They're at 47 points right now. And with the way Middletown has been hot, they did score a season-high 86 on St. X a week ago. You had to figure that if this turned into a shooting match, that this would be a Middletown game. By the way, when scoring 50 or more this season, and they're not there yet, but when scoring 50 more this season, Loveland is 11-1. So part of it is just trying to score. McCord plays up high, Bennett. And will return it up high, McCord. And we'll see if Loveland will just allow them to pass it out. Parker has the ball up high on the right, under 30 to play. Checked by Curlin. He dribbles to the free throw line, and now they are really just trying to run out the clock. 20 left in the game. And now a foul. As Alex Muir picks up the personal with 16.5 left to go. And it's Vinnie McCord, the 5'9 senior, to the line, and we'll see mass substitutions on both sides. We'll see a fresh new 5 come in for Middletown. McCord will stay out to shoot, obviously. And the seniors getting some glad hands for Loveland as their season will finish. A really good one for Rob Reese this year. They'll finish at 16-8 this year. Final seconds of the ball game. Frisch outside. Drew Kimmy now out to the sideline. A 3 on the way for Curlin to end this ball game. The final tonight as Middletown advances to the sectional final. They win it 59-50. The Middies improved to 11-13. The 17th seed moves on, while the 13th seed Loveland finishes with a record of 16-8. Tywan Hall was quite a difference maker. Towards the end of the first half, he had a breakaway dunk, and while there was a technical assessed on that, I think it gave the momentum into the locker room. and it pushed the momentum into the second half. They expanded their lead multiple times to 15. They ended up winning by 9. As Hall, as we're doing kind of a count up here, finishes with 14 points. And that unofficially leads the team in scoring here tonight. Our play of the night, powered by Headlines of Sportswear. Got to go with the dunk. The breakaway towards the back end of the first half by Tywan Hall. As we had mentioned, that is our play of the night, powered by Headline Sportswear. Had a really fun one here tonight. 59-50, again the final. Tywan Hall again with 14 points, unofficially to lead his team, and it will be an all-GMC sectional final coming up on Friday at 7 o'clock. Sycamore, the 2 seed, and the 17 seed Middletown. So we start to put a wrapper on this one, and we will tell you that tomorrow night we'll be back on the air in Cincinnati 2. The only sectional action going on tomorrow night, we'll have the tail end of that one. In the early game, it'll be Fairfield and Withrow, the 4 versus the 26. That'll be a 5:30 tip-off, and then at 7:15 our game. It's the 5 seed Moeller against the 16 seed Hamilton, and we can't wait to have it here for you here on Chatterbox Live. Again, the final here in this one, 59-50, behind 14 points by Tywan Hall. Middletown improves to 11-13. Loveland finishes their season at 16-8. Thanks go out to our videographer tonight, Cam Kalick. A beauty tonight here in the sectional semifinals. I'm Geoff Kim. Thanks for joining us here on Chatterbox Plus. We'll see you tomorrow night from Moeller and Hamilton. Good night from Lakota West.